Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the platform of Pharmapedia once again with the new video of the anesthetic drugs. So we are going to discuss the general anesthetic and the basic concept in pharmacology. Here you can see on your screen the notes by RPH Fia. It's not a big deal to write 1,000 words of prescription, but it's nearly impossible to tell about one effective remedy, which is the role of the pharmacist to tell about the right and the effective treatment. For being on point, you first have to clear your concepts on medicines. So let's begin the video. In the anesthetic, there are the two types of the anesthetic basically. I will share the link of this article so you can easily assess this article. Anesthetic are of two types, general anesthetic and local anesthetic. So, reversible state of CNS depression resulting in loss of response and perception of external stimuli. Pre-anesthetic medications calm the patient, relieve the pain, and protect it against the undesirable effect of anesthetics or surgical procedures. So, there are some of the stages of anesthesia. Stages and depth of anesthesia are induction, maintenance, and recovery. In the induction period of time from onset of administration to development of the surgical anesthesia. Propofol, which is the anesthesia basically, produce induction in 30 to 40 seconds. For children, halothane or sevoflurane induce general anesthesia. Second phase is maintenance phase, which sustain the surgical anesthesia. The third is the recovery stage, time from discontinuation of anesthesia until the consciousness and protective physiological reflexes. So depth of the anesthesia, 4 stages. Each stage characterized by CNS depression. Stage 1, analgesic, loss of the pain or sensation. In the second stage, which is the excitement stage, delirium. In this phase there is an increase in the blood pressure, increased risk of the laryngospasm. I'm talking about the stage 2. Now in the stage 3, surgical anesthesia, loss of the muscle tone, decreased CNS reflexes, and regular respiration. In the stage 4, medullary paralysis, severe depression of the respiratory and CNS. Now if we talk about the inhalation anesthesia, most used for maintenance, for the maintenance phase, and it is the narrow therapeutic index and non-flammable. Here I am just mentioning the 3 important points from the inhalation anesthesia. If we're talking about the potency is MAC. MAC is the median effective dose, that is ED50 of anesthesia. High MAC, that means low potency. MAC useful in comparing the pharmacological effect of different anesthetic. More lipid soluble drug, low concentration needed to produce the anesthesia. Why? Because high potency of the drug. Sevoflurane have a small ED50, nitric oxide have large ED50. Allular wash-in, replacement of normal lung gases with inspired anesthetic mixture. Time required for allular wash-in is directly proportional to residual lung capacity and inversely proportional to the ventilatory rate. Now, the next is the washout. What is the washout? Washout body move from anesthesia into the allular spaces. Nitric oxide exit faster than halothane. Now if we talk about the mechanism of action, it activates the GABA receptor, which inhibit the glutamate activated NMDA receptor. NMDA have role in the excitation, while in the case of the GABA it have the role in inhibition. It activate the inhibitory glycine receptor. Inhalation anesthetic also block the excitatory presynaptic neuron. Halothane prototype, potent anesthetic, weak analgesic, and is usually co-administered with opioids. Why? Because it is a weak analgesic in nature. Nitric oxide, local anesthetic. If we talk about its therapeutic effects, it is used in the gynae procedures to relax the uterine and the skeletal muscles, and drug of the choice for inhalation induction. The major side effects: hepatotoxic but not in children, bradycardia, hypercapnia, which means increase in the carbon dioxide, malignant hyperthermia, more susceptible in patient with burn and DMD, myotonia, osteogenesis imperfecta. Dantrolene used to relieve from hyperthermia or malignant hyperthermia reactions. Next is the isoflurane. It is a non-hepatotoxic cardiotoxicity, dose-dependent hypertension due to vasodilation, and it is can be used by the topically. Next is desflurane. It have the rapid onset and recovery, then all inhalation anesthetic for outpatient surgery. Sevoflurane suitable for the anesthesia induction in peds. Nitric oxide, which is a laughing gas, non-irritating, potent analgesic, weak anesthetic, applied with 30 to 50% concentration in combination with oxygen for analgesic in dental surgery. Nitric oxide at 80%, not used for the surgical anesthesia. Now, second gas effect is caused the diffusion hypoxia, retard the oxygen uptake during the recovery, so contraindicated in the pernicious anemia because it causes hypoxia. Now the second type of anesthesia is intravenous anesthesia, that is propofol IV anesthetic replace the thiopental first choice for the anesthesia induction and sedation because it produces euphoric effect, does not cause post anesthetic vomiting, and if we talk about this action, it causes the depression of the CNS muscle twisting, hiccup and vasodilation. Drug of the choice in the ambulatory surgeries. False propofol, product of the propofol only used for the sedation, and etomidate, which is an hypnotic agent like analgesic activity, water soluble form in PEG solution, used for patient with coronary artery disease. If we talk about its side effect, it decreases the cortisol and aldosterone level due to the inhibition of 11 beta hydroketamine, which is a non-barbiturate for dissociative anesthesia for cardiogenic patients, increased blood pressure and carbon monoxide in patient with a hypovolemia or cardiogenic shock in asthma, cause blood-brain barrier, is basically cross the blood-brain barrier, cause the post-operative hallucination in adult. So that's all from the anesthesia. Inshallah, meet with the new topic of the CNS drug in the new video. Till that, take care. Allah Hafiz.